Can you read to me the nameplate?
Judge Eboni K. Williams.
So the only thing that matters in this particular courtroom is how I see it. I am from North Carolina by way of Louisiana with some West Coast cool and a New York edge. Do we have a problem, ma'am?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Equal justice is all about the most important values of our country: freedom, integrity, and those are the things that I'm striving for. Ma'am, you run your household, this man gets to run his. I decided to become an attorney and pursue the law. I wanted to be a voice for the voiceless. This court cannot hold this woman accountable. People from all sectors of life, black, white, purple, gay, straight, queer, and that's what equal justice with Judge Eboni K. Williams is all about.
Evan Lanier claims Skunk sprayed his rented tuxedo and says his neighbor is to blame for attracting animals by putting food outside. Rolanda Walker says she only feeds stray cats and removes empty dishes quickly.
I see I've got Evan Lanier here as my plaintiff and Rolanda Walker
Yes, Your Honor.
as my defendant. Yes. Mr. Lanier, you are suing Ms. Walker, I see, for $635.25, and you claim that there's a nuisance issue. What brings you to court, sir?
Yes, ma'am. You know, I've been living in our neighborhood for about 15 years, and you know, I try to keep everything clean. You know, I cut my grass. You know, I try to keep everything real smooth. But my neighbor here seems to like to leave out these like containers of food and little snacks for the critters around town.
For the critters?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's becoming another. The cats are multiplying, and you know, it's becoming a nuisance. I try to ask her nicely, you know, can you please cut it out? You know, please at least keep them on your property, on your doorstep. And you know, she says no. And here we go. Fast forward a couple months ago, and I'm on my way to a church affair. I'm wearing a tuxedo.
Okay.
And it's a black tie. I'm dressed. I'm really dressed to impress. Sharp, smelling good, looking good, everything. I'm ready. Okay. I come outside and get to where my car is, and two skunks run from underneath my car.
I'm sorry, sir. Did you say two skunks?
Skunks with the fuzzy tail, and they scared me. I'm like, and that sucker hops around, toots his little tail up, and boom,
Got you.
Squirts me.
Got you. Okay. Let's back up, Mr. Lanier. This does sound horrible. Ms. Walker, have y'all ever had any conflict of any nature?
Not anything serious up until this incident.
Okay.
You know, he has not liked me feeding the cats. I'm a cat person.
Okay.
And I am just I don't understand why I'm here because I have no control over the wildlife.
Okay. Now, is it true, ma'am, that you do leave, I believe, dishes, he said, out that has food and water for the cats?
Just plastic bowls, basically, and I just put kibble in there because there are a lot of feral cats, and it's been cold, and I've done that for 20 years.
Okay, so you're feeding the strays, as they say?
Yes.
Quite literally?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Now, does anybody have any photos so I can see of these dishes?
Oh, I do, Your
You do?
Honor.
Okay, please grab his evidence folder. Thank you, Elijah. So I can get a sense as to what we're talking about here. Okay. I think we've all seen these. So these are like the takeout containers,
Yes.
Ms. Walker?
Yes.
And then they clearly love it because I see it's empty the very next day.
Correct, and I never leave it out there. I always bring them in if there's leftover food, especially.
Okay, and
I'll get the
otherwise you
pictures
bring in
in.
the used containers.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what you're talking about, Mr. Lanier?
Yes, and clearly they are out there because I got pictures of them out there.
So so you grab these photos?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. All right, now let's look at this receipt that you've also submitted. What is this $653.25 talking about a tuxedo jacket, tuxedo trousers, and some type of odor treatment? What is this for, sir?
So I had to get the suit clean because it was rented. So I needed to take it to the cleaners to get the odor removed, and the cleaner said this is not going to work. So I ended up getting charged. For
they charged you for the entire thing, just to replace the whole tuxedo?
Yes, because it was completely unusable.
Well, did you keep it?
No, I don't want that thing.
Okay. Okay. I was just asking. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you can find somebody to pull some magic out of the hat. Okay. So this is what we're in court for. You feel like Miss Walker should reimburse you for the full expense of the tuxedo.
Absolutely.
Okay. What do you say about that, Miss Walker?
I meant no one any ill. I don't think I have anything to do with the wildlife. I don't feed the skunks, but they come up. I don't even know why I'm here.
So is that does beg the question, because she's talking about feeding the cats, but you're saying that the skunks were also attracted to the kibble, and is that how they got into the picture?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
She can say that she's only feeding the cats, but when you leave out food for any animal to gain the access to, then I mean, like,
it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
He walks around like he owns the joint. He walks around like he's king of Los Angeles and that he just thinks everybody should bow down to him, his ego. I think it's more than his suit that has been damaged.
And later.
I wanted to do something small, but she insisted on a big party, and it resulted in the destruction of the rental home.
Over 70 people that showed
Ma'am,
up.
come on now.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. Closed captioning provided by This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with the case of Evan Lanier, who blames Rolando Walker for his skunk-sprayed tuxedo.
Miss Walker, do you have any evidence for the court?
I do have a witness letter just for my own.
Okay, Elijah, please go
A
ahead
neighbor that knows us well.
and grab that. And who is this witness, ma'am?
Her name is Denise Miller,
Okay, this is your friend?
a neighbor.
Also a neighbor. Do you know Denise Moore, sir?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And what's your take of Miss Denise?
I don't really associate. I just
Can you just stay to yourself?
Yes.
Okay. So this is your neighbor, and this is to what? Persuade me that you were just a nice lady who
Just
loves the Lord?
character witness that
Okay.
I don't mean anyone any harm. I'm nice to everybody.
Your Honor, I've lived in this apartment complex for 8 years. I'm writing to state that Miss Rolanda Walker is a pillar of our neighborhood. While some people choose to complain about the stray cats, she's the only one willing to show them any compassion. Oh, that's very nice. She's incredibly diligent about it. I see her out there every single morning like clockwork. She's never messy, and she picks up every plastic container and scrap of paper as soon as the feeding is done. She treats this property with more respect than most of the tenants, and her presence actually makes the building feel safer and more like a community. It's honestly a shame, I don't know about this, Mr. Lanier, that she's being targeted for simply being a kind-hearted person. I've never seen her leave a buffet out for scavengers. If there are skunks around, it's probably that we live in a city with wildlife, not because of Rolanda's habits. She's a woman of her word, looks out for animals and neighbors. We need more people like her who actually care about the environment they live in rather than people who just walk around looking for something to be mad about. I wonder if she's talking about you, Mr. Lanier. Respectfully, a concerned neighbor, and this is from Miss Denise Wilson. What you got to say about Miss Wilson's commentary?
I'm just worried about the things that are affecting me. And sometimes the actions that we have, even though they may be rooted in kind-hearted gestures, can have effects on the other people around us. And I think that it's only right to be mindful of the effects of the things that you do on other people.
Mindful of the effects you
Yes,
do for other
mindful
people.
of the effects.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Lanier. What do you say for that, Miss Walker?
He walks around like he owns the joint. He walks around like he's king of Los Angeles and that he just thinks everybody should bow down to him, his ego. I think it's more than his suit that has been damaged.
You think it's his ego?
It's his
that is
ego.
taking a hit. Well, what do we say about this, sir?
I never said that. Now, if that's what you're thinking about me, then that's on you. But I never said anything like that.
It's giving baddie behavior. It's giving baddie behavior, Elijah. You know.
I agree.
Even the mannerisms, Mr. Lanier. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to connect the dots to your argument, which is that this is really, because it's what happened to you, I believe, and I believe it was horrible. I don't know if I'm convinced that it is this lady's fault and that she was the causation of this dreadful experience you had. So can you help me out?
Well, here's the thing: is that I don't see. she attracts all kinds of other critters.
What
It's
other
not-
critters, sir? Because Miss Wilson says she's an upstanding, she says she's the best person in the whole neighborhood.
I think that's just her personal opinion of her because because they're friends.
Do you have a
But-
character letter? Do you have somebody telling me that you're the best thing walking around other than you?
No, but I doesn't mean that don't nobody think that. I'm just.
You can't make this stuff up.
I'm just saying that, Your Honor. I'm just saying that. Even though that she's doing a kind-hearted thing, that it had a negative effect on somebody, and that you know if she.
Had you ever? Let me ask you this: had you ever complained to Miss Walker before the skunk incident and say, "Hey, Miss Walker, I know you're trying to be a sweet lady, but this is really bothersome to me. Can you knock it off?"
Absolutely, Your Honor.
You did.
Yes.
Is that true, Miss Walker? He had asked you to stop the behavior,
He has.
and you just simply said, "Absolutely not."
I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. I think he taunted the skunk. I don't think the skunks were just spraying, you know, here and there. I think he taunted that skunk.
Taunted. Your Honor, after I got sprayed, I look over and she's laughing at me.
Miss Walker.
It was kind of funny.
Okay.
You know, I don't mean anyone harm, but it was kind of funny to see him kind of,
Be a little afraid.
yeah, because I thought, what is he doing? And then, of course, I realized.
She don't try to help or nothing.
So, Miss Walker, you don't feel even a little bit bad that let him tell it this whole thing was because of your actions?
I don't believe it was for my actions. Do I feel bad? Of course. I don't want anyone getting sprayed by a skunk. I know
You
that.
felt
I know
so bad
smell.
that you were laughing at him, ma'am?
I
Where I can see
didn't.
her.
I was laughing because of his movements. It was a few seconds
Well, you
later.
are a little animated, Mr. Lanier. You admit.
I've been told.
Listen, this is all pretty unfortunate. When I think about picturing you, quite frankly, sir, in this situation, I can't help but to feel a bit bad for you, and especially that you missed your event that night. I really do. I truly do. And as much as I am willing to entertain the situation was caused by a third party, you just frankly, sir, haven't given me enough evidence. It's too big of a leap for me to come to a conclusion that it is this lady's actions and this lady's actions alone that led to the skunk attacking you. You know, I don't know, did you provoke the skunk? I don't know if the skunk was truly there for the kibble. You just haven't connected the dots well enough, sir. I don't have enough evidence to rule in your favor. I'm sorry, the plaintiff's case is dismissed, and that's my ruling.
All rise.
Judge Eboni has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is dismissed.
Maybe I should get a pet coyote.
I'll feed the coyote.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
What did your father say?
My father's very angry. The HOA did reach out to him, and they fined him $1,200 and also put the rental house on a 90-day suspension.
So she's blaming you and you're blaming her.
Closed captioning provided by This is Equal Justice. Kendall Price Thompson claims her father's rental house was trashed after her ex-friend turned a small birthday party into a rager. Ashlyn Carter says she was turning 21 and she wanted to live a little.
Ladies, I see I have Kendall Price Thompson here as my plaintiff and Ashlyn Carter as my defendant. Ms. Price Thompson, you are suing Ms. Carter, I see, for $10,000. You claim it's negligence. What brings you to court, ma'am?
I am here today because I am suing my former friend from college for $10,000 due to negligence and the destruction of my father's rental home in Arrowhead.
So talk to me about the damage you said to your father's property.
Yes, so my father, he rents houses, and I help him rent our old summer house in Arrowhead as a way for him to pay my tuition.
Okay, great. And where does this young lady come into the story?
Our birthdays are 2 days apart. I wanted to do something small, but she insisted on a big party, and it resulted in the destruction of the rental home.
Okay, let me bring you in here, Ms. Carter. So how did you feel about that? Let's start with that.
Well, I thought that since it was our 21st birthday, we needed to live a little. She had also talked about getting out there.
So you wanted a rager?
Not necessarily a rager.
That's what it's giving, right?
Not a rager,
Okay.
but definitely she said, let's have it small.
So what did you think was small?
When I
20
said
people, 30
small-
people?
No people. I did not want to do a party.
Okay. You wanted a traditional party with lots of people.
Yes, ma'am.
And what number of people were you thinking?
For her, she wanted to invite 10 people for herself and 20 people for me. We had a list of people that we...
So it was going to be 30 people.
Yes.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
That's the definition of a rager and a banger, ma'am. 70 people in one house. And it sounds like it was a big mess, huh?
It was a disaster.
Closed captioning provided by This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with a case of Kendall Price Thompson, who brought Ashlyn Carter to court for negligence.
And then what happened?
More people were starting to show up.
More than the 30 that y'all had agreed to?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How many more?
Over 70 people that showed
Ma'am,
up.
come on now. See, I knew she wanted a banger. I knew it. That's the definition of a rager and a banger, ma'am. 70 people in one house. And it sounds like it was a big mess, huh?
It was a disaster.
What does your father say?
My father's very angry. The HOA did reach out to him, and they fined him $1,200 and also put the rental house on a 90-day suspension.
So let's see if we could show everybody. I'm looking at some photos here of just how much of a rager this was. This looks like the police came. Did the police come?
Yes, ma'am.
The police came at some point. Okay, that's a mess. And that, I imagine, is why you got in trouble with the HOA.
Got it.
Okay, so I'm reading this from the Homeowners Association. This is to your father, Mr. Price. I do see the fine, $1,250. I see an administrative processing fee for $250. And I see a 90-day suspension, so this means no more parties, no more events of any kind.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and does this affect your ability to earn your tuition money?
Yes, ma'am, it does.
Tell me how.
So in exchange for paying part of my tuition, I am on a partial scholarship right now at California State University. My scholarship per semester, or tuition per semester, is $22,000. The partial scholarship covers $12,000 of that, and in exchange for helping my dad with his rental in Arrowhead, he pays the remaining $10,000.
What do you think about this, ma'am? You sounds like you've helped put your friend in a very bad situation.
Well, I don't think it's my fault, but I do sympathize with her. But nor do I think we should have even had the party at his rental house.
Judge Eboni's verdict when Equal Justice returns. Promotional consideration provided by This is Equal Justice.
I did not insist on it being at the rental house. I had booked the rental house for the two of us for the week. Our party was after both of our birthdays. It could have very well been after that. It seemed like, to me, she had jumped on the fact that we had this whole house to ourselves and we could invite whoever we wanted.
So she's blaming you and you're blaming her.
Yes, ma'am.
And you want me to decide. Good, that's exactly what I do here at the courtroom of Judge Eboni, and I'm gonna do that. Listen, I think that you had a sense of what kind of rager party you wanted from day one. I think that ultimately it was incongruent with what this young lady wanted, but welcome to being 21, ma'am. You know what that means? You are a full-grown adult. I think that this is going to be a very important, dare I say, expensive learning opportunity for you, and you were persuaded to do something you didn't really want to do, but you ultimately did agree to do it. Therefore, the court rules that ultimately this comes down on the property owner, who was vicariously you through your father, and you alone are going to have to bear the consequences and responsibilities of that. The court dismisses the plaintiff's case in full and rules in favor of the defendant. Stand in your own principles next time, ma'am. That's my ruling. Happy birthday, ladies.
All rise.
Judge Eboni has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is dismissed.
Any final thoughts?
Should have had it at your house.
Any final thoughts, ma'am?
I'm disappointed.
Okay. Judge has made a ruling. Please grab your belongings. Follow me.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.